Alan, we have won a tremendous recognition. I'll be glad to tell you about it. The Reputation Institute and the American Banker has named Regions the #1 bank by reputation in the entire country, and we're extremely proud of it. We would attribute that to a lot of things, but first and foremost to our shared values, approach, and how we do business, which is very simple and straightforward. We want to do right by our customers, our associates, our communities, and then ultimately that results in our shareholders being rewarded for it. And that's how we wake up each and every day doing business, and we've been rewarded for it, and we're very excited about it and very privileged to have the recognition. I'd love to. Regions in Mississippi is the leading bank in this market. We've got $3 billion in loans, $7 billion in deposits. We manage another $2.25 billion in trust assets for our clients. You add it all up, we're probably about a $12.25 billion book of business. We do that with about 1,500 employees in 140 different locations, and we're a full-service commercial bank. We service the consumer all the way to large and small businesses, as well as provide wealth management for high net worth individuals. Absolutely. We want to continue to capitalize on our leading market position by being what I refer to as the best little big bank in town. We want to be small enough to recognize you when you walk into the branch and know you and your family by name when we do business with you, but at the same time be large enough to provide sophisticated services and products. And we can do that with the franchise that we have and the size that we have, and we're looking forward to continuing that in the state of Mississippi. The industry today is in the best condition that it has been in many ways in its entire history. Regions is a perfect example of that. Regions Tier 1 equity, common equity ratio is 11.2%. That's the best we've seen in 150 years of our entire history. That's very similar to a lot of the banks in the marketplace, and you continue to see that as the banks continue to get stronger and have better capitalized positions. We saw that in our latest quarterly results as well. Regions made $269 million while growing revenues, growing loans $1.9 billion, and growing deposits $1.3 billion, all while paying $67 million in dividends, as well as keeping that 11.2% Tier 1 common equity ratio. So the industry is in really good shape. Regions is as well. My prognosis for the economy is very good. I'm positive about it. Phil Bryant, our governor, and his economic development team have been very successful in recruiting business here. In fact, last year, the state of Mississippi was a top 10 recruiter in the entire United States. They are very active in doing such. The business community here is very entrepreneurial and active, and I think will continue to bode well for this state's economic future. As the economy continues to improve, the state of Mississippi will continue to improve, and I think as we continue to make investments in skilled labor and the other areas where we can put people to work, we'll have an economy that we can all be proud of and prosper with. I'd like to be able to tell you whether or not we're going to see an interest rate increase. I wish I could predict them. A lot of us wish we could predict them. I'm not sure. I think the bottom line is this. When the economy can sustain an interest rate increase, we'll get one. We need economic growth and a lid on inflation to be able to support one. And when the Fed sees that, they'll enact one. Until then, we'll just have to wait and see. Absolutely. It's something that we're concerned about in Mississippi and do a good job of supporting. A couple of examples. One would be the Hope Lodge here in Jackson. We gave a significant donation to that entity to be able to support families that come into town and need a place to stay while they or their loved ones are receiving care for cancer treatment. It's an example of something that the community needs, and by us supporting, we do right and good by our community. Another example is a recent donation that we made to the University of Ole Miss, where we support athletic scholarships as well as advice, guidance, and education for the athletes in teaching them how to handle their finances and hopefully to create good life skills for them in the future. Those are two examples that are specific to what we're doing in the state to promote shared values.